Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to John's Model Making. Today we've got issues 89 and 90 of Hachette's build of Spitfire MK1A. There we go, we start with these parts and we actually get the wing panel put in place today. There's a few fiddly parts, a couple of springs and a pin, which we have, oh those are the screws, which you have here. Oh, they're tiny. Right, so that's going to be a little bit fiddly today, but I'm sure everything will look perfect when it's finished. So anyway, let's get on with the build. Okay, so first of all we'll have to do a parts check. We have 8901, which is a left wing panel, 8902, let's take these out as well. There's that little panel cover which goes there. 8903, which is another panel, and 8904 is that little thing. 8905, which is a wing flap indicator frame. 8906, which is the wing flap indicator, which is that. Spring, long connections, and another spring, a pin, and 3 sets of screws. There we go, these are the little springs and the little pin that is in there. So first of all we need to get these out of the packaging. Let's see what we can do with these. We have to interlock. Oh, these are very fiddly. So we need some long nose pliers to pop them to one side, and first of all we need this one, which is 8907, and we need to actually put that through there, like so. Will go. Oops, come off. And it goes there. There we go. See that? Ah, it's so small. There we go. It's got to fit in the middle there, and we have to tighten that loop up across there, which isn't going to be easy. Let's see. No, I don't think. Let's try my helping hand here. See if this does it for us. Pull that there and pull that in there like so, and then we can hold that up, hopefully, cause that to fall off there, and then I don't want to. That is virtually impossible for me anyway. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip that bit. I'm going to just put it in here and here like that, and hold it like that. Forget about tightening that up. That is just virtually impossible. Okay, so now we need to put this little panel with the springs through here. Hold that in place. Oops, it's falls straight through. Hold that there, and we'll fix that in place with some tape like that. And then we need to secure this with one of the little screws, but whilst we've got it there as well, I'm going to put some tape over that. Hopefully that will stop it from flying around and moving. Right, you can see that. There you go. Okay, move these out of the way. Need one of these little 1.4 times 2mm screws, and hopefully we can position this other spring and secure this in place like that. Okie doke. Next, what we need are these parts, this and this tiny pin, and we need to position these like that and push that pin through here to fix them in place. Now there's a rough end on this pin, so we'll put that in first. See if we can grab it with these and push that through there. Nope. Line that up again. And push it in. There we go. That's that in place. That went too bad. I'm more worried about that than the spring, but that spring is very difficult. Tear that off. See, that's not centered there, but it is now. Anyway, that doesn't look well to me. Screw point there. Now what we need, step 7, 8905 placed there like so. Yep. And we need a PB 1.4 times 3mm screw, which is in here, along with these other black screws. Get these out. Look at these. Yep. Well, let's see. This is step 8. That seems to have gone down fine. Brilliant. There we go. Now we need this other little spring, and we need to let's see if I can get a better shot on this side camera with this. This little spring goes here and across to that post there. So let's see, we put the flat end down and then pull it across. So put that flat end there. What is it? Like so. Now it does suggest that you use a pin at this point to pull the spring across. So I'm going to dress pin and keeping your finger on. Nope, didn't catch it. keeping my finger on that spring, and that don't work. Let's try it the other way then. Put that there, and then use the pin at the other way. Oh, fun and games this. There we go. Let's capture it. There we go. Fun and games. Excellent. Weren't as bad as the other spring, that one. Yep, so that's steps 10 and 11. Brilliant. So step 12, we need this wing panel. Get off. There we go. Now what we can do, we're going to fit this here, here and here, like so. Excellent. Get there. Okay, so now we need to secure these two wing panels together. Now we need two PWM 1.4x3 here and here, and 0.2 there and there. Now 0.2 smaller. I was dreading doing this issue with these springs. So my advice for anybody is when you come to do the first spring and you loop it through, don't bother trying to close it up. It is virtually impossible. There we go. That is that in place. Let's take that tape off now. That's a daisy. There we go. We'll pull that right off. That is still not happy with that, but that is all in place. There we go. Right. There we go. See that? There we go. Opens up nicely. Not happy with the instructions of that spring, but everything's working fine, and as you can see, it's not even centered anywhere. But that is working great. Opening and closing. Lovely jubbly. Right. That is issue 89 complete. Thank the Lord for that. Okay, well, that was really testy, wasn't it, with them springs? But at least the panel looks fantastic. Get that now. Excellent. Yeah. There we go. That works great. I don't know. That spring, unreal. Why they ask you to fasten it, try and tighten it up, it's just beyond me. I don't know. I'm sure people have been losing these springs. Well, it's easily done. Okay, let's have a look at page 8. Australian Spitfires abroad. Although Australian Spitfires are synonymous with the defence of Darwin, aircraft from the Royal Australian Air Force also saw action in New Guinea and the Dutch East Indies. In the main picture we got Flight Officer Jack Petty of number 452 Squadron in his Spitfire MK1A in December 1944. The main article: the RAAF's number 79 Squadron was formed in April 1943, equipped with Spitfire VCs. It conducted workups in Australia before embarking for Virginia on the Goodenough Island in the D'Entrecasteaux group off the eastern coast of New Guinea in June. On 19th of June, while still in transit, number 97 Squadron experienced its first operational scramble from Gurney Airfield at Midland Bay. Upon eventually arriving at Viviani, number 79 Squadron became part of the number 73 wing. The remaining units in the wing flew Kitty Hawks that were capable of dropping bombs, so number 79 Squadron Spitfires were held back for air defence. Excellent stuff. That goes on for 2 pages. And on the next page we got Robert Bob Foster, a veteran of the Battle of Britain. Bob Foster became an ace defending Australia in 1943. In the main picture we have Flight Lieutenant Bob Foster became the first pilot to destroy Japanese aircraft when flying a Spitfire. On 6th of February 1943 he downed a Ki-46 Dyna reconnaissance aircraft off Darwin. Robert William Foster was born in Clapham, South London on 14th of May 1920. He attended a local school in Battersea, after which he went on to work in the marketing departments of Shell, Mex and BP. In May 1939 Foster joined the RAF Volunteer Reserve and was called up on 2nd of September. He attended number 1 Initial Training Wing in Cambridge in November, before moving on to number 12 Flying Training School at Grantham, Lincolnshire the following month. Excellent stuff. Robert Bob Foster. That goes on for a couple of pages, and on the next page, the next story, we have ferry pilots, the ATA and the WASPs. The massive output of aircraft from Allied factories required a huge effort to get them to the front line. In Britain and the US, organisations were formed to ferry aircraft, which provided opportunities for many women and men ineligible for combat to fly and support the war effort. In the main picture we have US and British members of the ATA preparing to deliver Hurricane fighter planes to RAF bases in June 1942. In the main article, in 1938, Gerard Erlanger, a director of British Airways, proposed that civilian pilots could have roles in the event of war, such as carrying freight, VIPs and messages. The Air Transport Auxiliary was formed in November 1939 with 23 pilots from various backgrounds. Some were too old for frontline service, several were disabled veterans. Stuart Keith Yopp had lost an arm and an eye flying with the Royal Flying Corps in World War I, but that did not stop him flying. And that goes on for 4 pages. Excellent. Quite a few pictures on the next couple of pages as well. That leads us on to the back page, the right wing panel, which we have here in issue 90, but I don't think we actually fit this. We if I can get it out. There we go. Just for the other side. But no, I don't think we fit that. But what we do need to do now is to get the aeroplane and put it on its stand and fit this wing. Excellent. So just bear with me. Okay, now we've got the plane. Basically you've got to watch out for this navigation light here falling off. Once you take the tape off it, remove any tape. I had tape here and here. Push the landing gear up so this indicator is lying flat, and then basically with the plane in hand, what you need to do is start here and push the wing panel backwards because of the way that lip is here where my thumb is, as you can see, and hopefully this will go on first time, lining up with the not necessarily going to be easy. There we go. Yep, managed to capture all that in place. Now we do need to secure it with 2 screws, but I'll need the stand for that. Let me just show you on this other camera. There we go. Right, the navigation light is fine. Everything looks great there. The guns are all in place. Let me get this up a bit more. There we go. Fantastic. Now I'll just get the stand. Okay, we've got 2 screws, one here the second one just here. Not looking forward to doing them springs again on the other side. The next issues, but that indicator flap is up. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Now all we need to do is pop these into place. Right, that's the right way around. Should be. Let's pop this one in. Oh, going no problem. It's quite loose that actually. And there we go. Just drops in. They're very loose. I'll go the other way. I must have done it wrong twice. Thinking I must have turned it myself. There we go. So that's the wing in place. Excellent. Just reposition that on here. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Lovely jubbly. Let me show you on another camera now. Oh, looks great, that. All nice and neat and tidy. Brilliant. Can't wait for the other side now. Well, those springs were very, very fiddly. This did take a lot longer than I expected it to be honest. But it's all in place. Obviously the wing panel can be a little bit, just only a little bit difficult. It's not impossible to get it on obviously because it's on. But these little panels are loose. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. I suppose I can always pop some blue tack on. Anyway, let's have a look at what is in the magazine. First story, HMS Sheffield in the thick of the action. A town class cruiser Sheffield was aptly named because it had been given stainless steel fixtures when fitted out in 1937. Using steel for which the town of Sheffield was famous gave the crew much less polishing to do than if the traditional brass had been used. When sailors first saw the stainless steel fittings on board Sheffield, they immediately nicknamed the ship the Shiny Chef. But the gleaming new vessel not only had novel fittings, it was also the first Royal Navy vessel to be equipped with radar. Sheffield saw action throughout World War II, with its most famous engagement being its role in the sinking of the German battleship Bismarck. Sheffield shadowed Bismarck in 1941 and was damaged by German shell fire. 3 crew also died. Later in 1943, Sheffield also took part in the Battle of the North Cape while protecting convoys carrying supplies to the Soviet Union through the Arctic Ocean. Excellent stuff. And on to the next page, we have On to Rome. Between March and June 1944, RAF Spitfire squadrons fought a series of fierce aerial battles and supported Allied forces on the ground as part of the advance on Rome. In the main picture we have a Spitfire Mark 9 MJ282 from number 111 Squadron. It's prepared for action at Lego in southern Italy in the spring of 44. As the weather slowly improved over southern Italy in the spring of 44 following a miserably wet winter, large-scale battles were fought with the Luftwaffe as the enemy committed much of its remaining air power in an attempt to blunt the Allies at Monte Cassino and Anzio. That goes on for a couple of pages. And then over the next page we have number 79 Squadron. Exclusively equipped with Spitfires during World War II, number 79 Squadron of the Royal Australian Air Force fought in New Guinea and the Dutch East Indies. Spitfire VCA 58212 was typical of the aircraft flown from Kiriwana by number 78 Squadron in 1944. That's in the main picture. It's called Judith. And the main article, number 79 Squadron, was formed at Laverton in the Australian state of Victoria on 26th of April 1943 under the command of Ace Squadron leader Alan Rawlinson. Excellent stuff. That goes on for a couple of pages. And then the last article, we have helicopters in World War II. Helicopters are usually associated with later conflicts, but several nations fielded rotorcraft in World War II for diverse military roles, such as rescue, anti-submarine patrol, and lifting equipment to mountain bases. In the main picture, where they have the RAF's Avro 671 Rotor Mark 1s, auto gyros built under license from the Kiev Auto Gyro Company. A few of them saw service during World War II. The earliest ancestor of the helicopter was flown by Frenchman Paul Cornu in 1907, although he abandoned the project due to the limitations of his control system. Russian inventor Igor Sikorsky flew experimental helicopters as early as 1909, but concentrated on designing fixed-wing aircraft until the late 1930s when he was living in America. Interesting. And that goes on for quite a few pages. Yep, 4 pages in all. And there we have, coming in issue 91, we have the first circuit board, the gas detection patch, a cable, a label cable, and some screws. Now obviously we haven't fitted this wing panel in this issue, but I shall pop it on. There we go, that's in. Here, just push it back with your thumb. And then once we get this other panel on, it'll look superb. That is brilliant. Can be a little bit awkward, but that is on. That's great. Excellent stuff. Well, there we go. That's all the issues. Oh, all this month's issues finished with. There's a close-up of the wing panel we just fitted. It's looking great. And there's the other wing panel on the far side. Excellent stuff. Brilliant. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Right, now let me see. I'll put this on the stand and I'll give you a on the base. Won't be a sec. And there she is. Looking absolutely brilliant. There we go. Beautiful. And from underneath, oops, there we go. Let's see. There we go. See how it's lined up, that panel and this panel. Perfect. Excellent. So a bit shaky. Not steady hands there. Anyway, that is issues 89 and 90 complete. So we're just waiting for 91 to 94 now. Now I really do like how that is now. It looks absolutely brilliant from here. Well, those springs, woof. Yes. Take my advice. Don't bother trying to crimp that first spring into place. Anyway, and don't forget to use tape on it as well. Don't want to lose anything. Brilliant. Now that is that for this month. So 91 to 94 hopefully will be here before Christmas. We'll have a look at what that circuit board is. It's probably for the base actually. Hopefully, and then that is completed fully. So wait and see. Anyway, please give us a big thumbs up if you did like this. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you soon. If I don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Bye for now.